LeBron James doesn't have a problem with ring culture. He has a problem with more rings culture.
That single sentence ricochets through the basketball world like a half-court buzzer beater. In an instant, 22 seasons of triumph, frustration, and relentless comparison condense into one burning question. If rings really don't matter, why did the Kings spend a career chasing them? But Clark isn't alone. Beside him sits Kendrick Big Perk Perkins, 6'8", championship pedigree, eyes blazing. When Perk nods, you feel it. It's the quiet before a storm. People remember champions, he says. Not all-stars, not not streaks, rings.
No one remember none of that shit. People remember champions.
The debate is set, the clock is running, and the one man who can't escape the spotlight is LeBron James. 2 weeks earlier on the Mind the Game podcast, LeBron pressed record and let the frustration spill. "I don't understand why a ring is the end-all be-all," he told Steve Nash, calling the discourse so weird and dropping a half-censored f***ing for emphasis.
It's like, or if you won one, then you can't be in the same conversation with this person.
Allen Iverson, Charles Barkley, Steve Nash, all legends minus jewelry. Dan Marino, Barry Bonds, same story. A ring is a team accomplishment, LeBron insisted, voice equal parts weary and defiant. For 20 years, he's been measured against a 6-for-6 ghost from Chicago. 4 titles, 10 finals trips, and the league's all-time scoring crown still haven't slammed the door on doubt. So he tries a new angle. Greatness isn't hardware, it's hard work. But the minute those words hit the feed, every studio light in Bristol flicks on. ESPN's cameras lock onto Clark, former NFL Pro Bowler turned no-filter analyst. He doesn't shout. He doesn't need to.
LeBron has curated his career around ring culture.
Not one championship.
Not two.
LeBron, tell us about that.
Because if he didn't, LeBron James never goes to South Beach.
Not 2, not 3, not 4.
He went to South Beach because he understood that he was nothing without those rings.
Not 5, not 6, not 7.
LeBron curated his career around chasing rings, Clark says. If he didn't, he never goes to South Beach. Miami 2010, not 1, not 2, the infamous pep rally echoes. Cleveland 2014, a redemption tour scripted for a trophy. Los Angeles 2018, a calculated leap toward a brand, a blockbuster market, and yes, another shot at hardware. Now, Clark adds, with Jordan 6 likely out of reach, the conversation suddenly shifts. Funny how that works. His words slice through decades of highlight reels. Suddenly, the Kings' resume looks less like destiny and more like a negotiation. Perkins doesn't deal in subtleties. Champions are with you for life, he growls. Stats fade. Banners hang forever. He recalls the endless summers with the 2008 Celtics. The weight of that lone ring. The way strangers still call him champ. One title, one parade. And his name is etched in Boston lore. So what happens when a player with 4 rings starts dismissing the very currency he once chased?
Was the GOATs and all-time greats, no, they won. They won rings at a high level.
Greatness is showing up in the most important moments. The most important moments are playoffs and championships.
Perk raises an eyebrow. Sounds like moving the goalposts to me. He points to the 2011 finals. Dallas, Dirk, devastation, LeBron's worst nightmare. Now he says it wasn't that bad? Come on, don't water it down, big dog.
As Wade took over with the scoring, James, tough shot, that won't go. That's 8 offensive rebounds already. He's had his hand on a number of passes. Terry deflects it out of bounds.
And if you don't get along, there comes a point where you've got to stop sugarcoating.
James up and under with the left hand, won't go. Averaging 21 points off the Dallas turnovers.
He's got to stretch that defense because of the length and the strength. With
James misses both free throws. James fires away, short. And Wade gets it back up top to James. James fakes, drives, pull-up jumper. Won't go. James back on Terry. One dribble, pull up, punch it in. Extraordinary tonight. 56 for Miami, 56 for Dallas. Terry wide open for 3. Bang! Denial again from Osman. Shot clock at 5. Terry the drive, out to Kidd. Catch for 3. It's good! Mavericks by 5. Timeout Miami. Vitsky wants the ball. Haslam again. Excellent ball denial. Terry a long 3. Bang! Jason Terry gives the Mavericks a 7-point lead with 33 seconds remaining. dribbles it out, and the celebration will begin. The Dallas Mavericks are NBA champions, the first title in franchise history.
And then when you do something as crazy as I did, you gotta back it up.
You backed it up for sure.
I showed Coach, I'm serious, baby. We're gonna win it all this year. Right here. I got a tap.
The studio goes silent. Somewhere in Laker Nation, social media clutches its pearls. Basketball lore is built on numbers. Russell's 11, Magic's 5, Bird's 3, Kobe's maniacal pursuit of Jordan's 6. Yet ring culture didn't always dominate the conversation. In the 80s, Bird vs. Magic was artistry. In the 90s, MJ's perfection turned jewelry into gospel. Early 2000s talk shows elevated the metric, but it was LeBron himself who supercharged it with the decision in that South Beach stage. Championship or bust, he declared back then. The phrase stuck like a tattoo to the modern era. Super teams formed, legacies fast-tracked, fans counted rings on one hand and dismissed anyone who came up short. Now, facing Father Time, LeBron wants a new metric. But culture, once forged, rarely melts on command. LeBron's statistical galaxy is unmatched. First in points, top 5 in assists, top 10 rebounds, a 7-foot point forward disguised as a small forward. Yet Michael Jordan's finals record is unmarred. 6 trips, 6 trophies, 6 finals MVPs. Analysts line the studio walls with graphs, but fans simplify. 4-6 versus 6-0. Windhorst argues LeBron fueled the very obsession he's now attacking. Stephen A. counters that championships are a piece, not the whole puzzle. The internet does what the internet does. Memes, polls, hot takes. In one poll, 62% still pick MJ on the basis of rings alone. The other 38% point to longevity, versatility, and a record book LeBron rewrote with a Sharpie. No one leaves the argument unchanged. TikTok snippets of Clark's quiet roast rack up 3 million plays before lunch. Hashtag ring culture surges on X. Laker fans defend their king. Bulls fans post 6 glittering emojis. ESPN's First Take runs back-to-back segments. Get Up sneaks it into NFL Hour. Even Charles Barkley, who owns precisely 0 rings, chimes in, reminding everyone he's still an all-time great even without jewelry. The louder the noise gets, the clearer the stakes become. This isn't about 2025, it's about eternity. Opening night of 2025-26, LeBron will be 41. His body, once gravity's worst enemy, now bargains for every jump. Anthony Davis is healthy for now, the Lakers added a stretch 5, and Vegas gives them 14-1 odds. If a miracle run happens, 5 rings nudge the debate but still trail Jordan. If not, 4 remain a monument, just not the tallest one.
Clark predicts LeBron finishes second on the mythical GOAT podium, behind MJ ahead of Kareem. Perk shrugs. To him, the list is written in diamonds and gold. 6 is 6, he says. 4 ain't 6. Bron's only counter move is to keep stacking moments. Another game winner, another triple-double at 40, another record no one foresaw. But rings? Time's nearly out. Clark's critique, Perk's warning, LeBron's plea, they all orbit one idea. Greatness is part math, part myth. If you strip away hardware, do numbers stand taller? If you dismiss longevity, does perfection reign? LeBron hopes to shift the lens from jewelry to journey. Clark and Perk insist the lens was set long ago, etched in gold by Russell, polished by Jordan, guarded by every champion since. So here we are, caught between stats that dazzle and rings that sparkle. The debate rages because it matters, because legends are built on stakes, because the story of basketball is written in tungsten and tears. And that leaves you, the viewer, with a final question. When the banners stop waving and the box scores fade, what will carry more weight? Numbers carved in stone or circles of 24-karat glory? Decide now. History is listening.